Hello everyone, and welcome back to GamePlays on GameboyTV. Okay, so this is my first quote halftime show for this walkthrough. But just bear with me because it's not top notch, not the best there is, and I'll keep saying this because I want to really reinforce it that that some people who would come and watch this walkthrough and see that it's not like the best would go out of their way to troll on this video. So I'm gonna keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it as long as it takes. But as you know, I don't plan to be the best commentator. I don't plan to have the best recording software or editing software for any of these walkthroughs. These walkthroughs are just for the fun and enjoyment, and I'm not looking to make any money or gain popularity for it, even though I may attract people who will take notice of my social media jokes that appear from time to time during this walkthrough. I also want to apologize for the delay in some of the walkthroughs, especially during World Mushroom, because well, I had some computer issues, but on top of that, I'm also in college, so it's really difficult to find a balance between recording, editing, and narrating the game, and to make it, try to make it as flawless as possible. So I want to get this walkthrough done by the end of October, just in time for Halloween, and hopefully I can squeeze another one in around Halloween week. So next week I'm gonna show you 2 worlds instead of 1. We have World 4 and then the World Flower, which is the second special world. So if I do 2 worlds at a time, hopefully that by the end of the month that we can get back on track and complete the game from there on. Okay, so to kick off this halftime show, basically I'm going to talk briefly about the worlds. What was my favorite moment in all of the worlds, and my thoughts on the game so far, and what I could probably expect. So let's begin. Pretty much World 1, it really, pretty much really no explanation is needed. World 1 is basically the same for the past 2 New Super Mario Brothers games, and it's that world that gets you into the game because it basically signifies that Mario is starting his journey. As we continue on, we're gonna endure a lot of tough stuff, and this is the perfect world to get on board the game and stuff. The music, I'm not gonna bother to put the music on. If you already have New Super Mario Brothers Wii in your possession, it's basically just the same music. Maybe there might be a little remix or two. I could tell a little bit, that there's just a slight variation in orchestration, but it's basically the same song. Nothing is changed. The background kind of looks the same, but probably furbished a little bit. But overall, it's a good world. My favorite part of World 1, as you can see in the footage yourself, is the Resners. This is the first time that Nintendo, the creators have brought back the Resners. The last time we saw them, of course, was Super Mario World, and they even brought back the music, which makes it a great nostalgia moment. We now come to World 2, the desert. As I stated in the World 2 recap, these weren't my favorite levels to play. Now that doesn't mean that these levels are fantastic. They are. However, the desert just doesn't cut it for me. However, it is in this world that I do see the gold flower for the first time, which is the staple item of New Super Mario Bros. 2. But other than that, I really don't think I'm coming back to this world too much. I'll play it occasionally, whenever I'm not recording, whenever I'm just replaying some of the old levels, to get coins and stuff. But yes, I don't have too much to say about this world. My favorite moment of World 2 is actually in the ghost house, and you will see that very shortly when we see the new enemy, the behemoth. Now, honestly, I try not to actually yell, but that kind of gave me quite a shock because it just like popped out of nowhere, and I really didn't expect that. So that was clever of Nintendo to pull that one off. So after doing World 2, I decided not to continue to World 3 and backtrack to the Mushroom Special World, which I accessed by the canon of World 1. So instead of leaving this wide open, I figured, since I had already accessed this world, all it is just if I beat the castle, all it is just gonna get me to World 3, as if, it was like a second access point to that world. In these worlds, these special worlds don't have like a specific theme. Obviously, it's a special world, so there'll be like different varieties of levels. Pretty self-explanatory here. My very favorite moment of the Mushroom Special World, I gotta say, is when I died 50 times. Trying to do the warp cannon stage. It was hard as heck. There were Boomerang Brothers and vultures swooping down, and it was pretty funny, but it got frustrating. World 3. Now, I don't think this has ever been done in the new Super Mario Bros. Series, or probably in Mario 2D platforming ever. This is the first time, at least to my knowledge, that one world has two themes: the beach and the forest. As you know, there's only 6 worlds instead of 8. So 2 worlds are gonna have 2 themes. Obviously one of them is this, which is the beach and the forest. But my guess would be that the mountain stages and the stages in the sky are probably gonna be all one world. But I won't know for sure until I progress with the game. I'm currently doing World 4, and it's not a double themed world, so I'm assuming World 5 would be the combined world. But anyway, my favorite moment of World 3 is becoming Mini Mario for the first time. Take a look. what's really funny, and I kind of discovered this by accident, is the result of doing the special world, or actually better yet, accessing the special world. Is that I found two Princess Peaches in this game, two separate ones, you know, and it kind of makes me wonder, you know, did Princess Peach really clone herself? You know, are there really two Princess Peaches that Mario needs to rescue? Or is one of them a phony? You know, I don't know if that was a mistake by the production staff or this was actually intentional. But nevertheless, it's kind of funny. And I don't want to go too much, but you know, all I am thinking is just it's good for a laugh. I first discovered it when I accessed the Mushroom Special World by doing the cannon, and he was being dragged by Koopa Kid onto that castle, and but that was before I had completed World 1. When I got to the castle in World 1 and defeated the boss there, you know, I saw Princess Peach in the flesh, you know, as if she had never been dragged out of the world before. And then it happened again, I believe, when I did the World 1 canon. And but just take a look for yourselves, you know, it's pretty funny.
Finally! And it cost me like, what? Almost 50 lives? I only have 218 because I probably got a lot of 1-ups on the way.